Are you a decider or are you just an avoider? Today we are talking about why so many people are just spectators of their own lives and what you can do about that. Yeah, this is the magical word, deciders. Everyone is looking up to them. Agencies and consultants like me want to get in contact with them because they can decide, for example, about the budget for the new external consultant. And to be honest, nearly everybody is a decider in a company. Of course, you have the owners, the leaders, but then everyone who has a budget, and this can be a website specialist as well, can decide which solutions to buy, which providers to choose up to a certain amount. The higher you get, the higher the budget. These people are called deciders, but reality is these deciders don't act like deciders. They're more avoiders that tend to summon meetings about everything in order to have a group decision. Let's say there's someone in a company who is responsible for the website and they get approached by a new provider who promised that with their tool the website would run faster, which is better for conversion whatsoever. But of course this costs money. It would be in the budget, but they would need to have the approval of the manager. And so they go to the manager and the manager said, yeah, but do we really need it? Aren't there maybe cheaper alternatives? What can we do? Can we program it on our own? And they discuss about it on and on and on, and they don't want to take a decision. And the responsible person for the website finds it maybe super difficult to stand by their decision. They find it difficult to fight for it. And so what they do is seek for consensus in order to make a deal with a superior to maybe introduce this solution next year or whatever, if there's budget. So a lot of talk and no decision. And maybe it would be easier and faster to just negotiate a trial phase in order to see what can this new tool do for us. Is this a tool that maybe pays for itself? But no, they're talking and talking, and at the end they have some arbitrary, faceless compromise that leaves a huge potential untapped. And I see this so often because more and more this fear of taking right decisions or taking decisions at all is why we have so many interchangeable and random arbitrary products. We don't have innovation anymore. It's more or less what we always did, what the competition did, because we always try to find consensus in everything. Because nobody wants to decide. And why is that? It's because managers are always trying to look good in order to get promoted. Every 2 or 3 years, they have the next career step in the company or they get hired by another company. So better to play it safe. And that's not only an egocentric, but also a highly dangerous kind of approach. Because your company may be a microcosmos, but it's not alone in this world. If your company decides to not decide, there will be other companies which are bolder, and they come from overseas, from China, Japan, South Korea. When you are visiting a car fair in Beijing or Shanghai, you think that they already live in the future. They don't seem to have fear to innovate. This fear of taking decisions is a mental problem, and we know this since a long time. In Germany, 25 years ago, the former German president said that we need to have a jolt, a shift in Germany, that we cannot go on like that we need to wake up and start to change things and change them more quickly, and that we don't have a problem of awareness but a problem of implementation. The latter, I'm not that sure. I think we have problems with both and in all of Western civilizations. But how can we change that? the former president, Roman Herzog, he couldn't. I'm sure this cannot really work if you order it from someone above, especially as the trust in politicians is at the lowest low. So we have to step up. Every one of us needs to take the decision every morning to speak up and even take decisions in order to get things running. So many innovations came because people didn't follow order, but secretly developed a new product or a new service. And if this meant to leave the company and to start their own company, and maybe that's what you need to do. You have to leave your company in order to make the impact that you are capable of. Maybe you have to leave the relationship that doesn't make you happy. Maybe you need to stop talking to some family members that don't support you, that are keeping you down, keeping you small. Maybe you have to move to another place, to another country in order to live the life you want. At the end, it comes down to your everyday decisions. When do I get up and how do I start my day? Am I starting scrolling or am I starting meditating? Do I want to sit in a cafe for half an hour or work out half an hour? It starts with your decision to be a creator and not a spectator. Yeah, it's so easy to see your own life pass by and it's easy to see other taking the decisions for you. But will it make you happy? Oh, you still don't know? This is something new for you? Then just try it. I bet there are still some New Year's resolutions you can remember. Some things you wanted to change. Start with it now. Yeah, but now it's 10 p.m. and I then start tomorrow. But do it one day and then a second day. And I promise you, if you do it for 10 days in a row, you might have established a new routine and you just keep going on. And later you cannot even imagine going back to your old life. It's just your decision. But are you ready for that? If you are, you find my contact details down there or in the profile. And maybe we connect and we talk how I can help you with that in your life, in your company. I think we'll see each other again.